Hi there, I'm Sue Ann Delk. Today is Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. This is my daily reporting card pull, and we've got so many fun things to look at and do and read today. I'm so excited, so excited. Thank you for joining me. So, yeah, first things first, gaze in awe at the splendidness of my Joan Jett concert t-shirt from 2018. It was so fun. Back in the good old days when we could do things like go to concerts, eat in restaurants, go to a bar and have a drink, go to the mall and buy an outfit. Those days are behind me right now. They're behind all of us right now. Well, not all of us. Some of you brave folks, yeah, some of you folks go out and go shopping and eat in restaurants, and good for you. Good for you. I hope absolutely nothing bad happens, and that you don't get the corona, and that you don't take it home to somebody who's more susceptible. So you do you. I'll do me, and I don't eat in restaurants. I don't go to shopping malls. I'll pop into a store if I can get in and out quickly. So, but anyway, yeah, Joan Jett was a great concert. Saw him at that place in the Woodlands. What's it called? Oh yeah, the Woodlands Pavilion. Hot? Oh, it was hot. It was fun. I learned very quickly not to wear a whole lot of clothes to those concerts. Don't wear fancy shoes. Wear comfortable shoes. A skinny strap sundress. Because it's hot. Even when it's not hot, it's hot. These are my carnation seedlings. I actually got carnation seeds to sprout. These were planted on the 18th. Look how good they're coming along. I'm so pleased and excited. These are the first ones I've had sprout. I've bought carnation seeds before and they wouldn't even come up. So I owe that to my light strips that I bought. Oh, yeah, Linda, you were asking about my light strips that I use. I posted the link to the lights on Amazon, except it's not the exact package that I bought because I bought a box of 6. But I have one right here. Oh, there's stuff on the back of the shirts too. I have one right here so I can show it to you. So it just looks like this. You can't replace the bulb. It lasts a long time, and when it burns out, apparently you just throw the whole thing away. If I read that correctly. And it has a cord. It has no inline switch. So to turn it off, you unplug it. Now what I have done is I plug them all into a power strip that has an on-off toggle switch on it, and when I want to turn them off, I flip that switch and it turns them all off at once. So that's how I do that. This is 3 feet, and I last year, I don't have one set up at the moment, but what I did last year was I used storage tubs, and I put them, put the storage tubs wide enough apart so that I could set these ends on the edge of each storage tub, and then put all my plants underneath. So if I wanted the lights real close to like some seedlings, I would use something really short, like those little storage boxes that are the size of a shoebox. And if I had taller plants that I wanted to put the light on, I would use the full-size totes that you may use to store your holiday decorations or out-of-season clothes or craft supplies, you know, the bigger ones. And if I had really tall stuff, I would just stack 2 of those, and I could light up really, really tall plants. I could actually use another 6-pack of these, especially as all my seedlings are getting bigger. In addition to these, I also have 2 AeroGardens. They're right there. I didn't have any luck with them using the hydroponics. The plants would just kind of grow long and lanky, even though the lights were good, and they would just kind of rot. I had one good batch in one of those 2 gardens, and that was right after I had purchased it. It was the first batch that I planted, and it was herb seeds, and they did great. I was cutting on those herbs and enjoying them, and it was a lot of fun, but nothing I planted after that ever did any good. And then the pumps, you know, after a while the little pumps, they burn out and they have to be replaced, so you got to order them from the manufacturer of the AeroGarden, and they're like, I don't know, 20 bucks maybe. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It just keeps costing you money. So I just said to heck with it, and I just use them for the lights. One has little LED lights, and the other has what looks like tube lights, and they've got little curves and funky connectors, and you just plug them in. And they're good for starting those little seedlings. And they work way better like that than they did filling them with water and putting the seeds in the containers and growing them that way. So that's the way I'm doing that. And so that's what I have. Strip lights and 2 repurposed AeroGardens. And I'm having a lot of fun. I'm still planting seeds each day. So I did all of January, and now I'm 2 days into February. I haven't done today's yet, but I will get that done. And yeah, today's the 3rd, and I'm doing the video for the 3rd, so videos and notifications will be back on track and matching the calendar once again. Sometimes I fall behind. Sometimes I don't get them uploaded on the day that they should have been uploaded. So, you know, what can I say? That's the way things go sometimes. We can plan and plan, but ultimately, plans change sometimes. I was thumbing through this book about Bridget, Tending Bridget's Flame, and I came across a little passage that I thought was so cool. And I was like, oh, I want to read that tonight to Charlotte and Linda and anyone else who tunes in. So it's called Pen versus Computer, and it's short. It's only half a page, and it goes like this. One of the things people tout about writing with a computer is that typing on a keyboard can move at the speed of thought. There is certainly a time and place for that, and I would never give up my keyboard for most of the writing I do. But there is something to be said for writing at the speed of thoughtful thought. Slowing to a measured musing, letting your pen set the pace. There is time for silence, a pause to allow for consideration of what remains to be written. Lifting the pen from the paper and gazing out the window or into the candle flame feels natural. The page doesn't demand your return as does the glowing screen, the blinking cursor. And there's no interruption. The paper will not flash an incoming message at you, and the pen won't helpfully suggest a different word. Much of this book was written on a computer, but when I felt fuzzy or overloaded with information, I knew it was time to turn off the machine and uncap the fountain pen. When you are writing in your journal or any of the other spiritual and intentional writings that Bridget inspires you to do, take a moment and ask her what medium she would like you to use. Bridget is the bright arrow, swift and brilliant as words typed on screen. And she is also the glowing embers that draw you closer and slow you into quietude, and the words that come forth from that banked fire of wisdom within. So the gist of it is, yeah, computers are great and all that, but sometimes, pick up a fountain pen and put pen to paper. Write your friend a letter. Write in your journal. Write in your diary. Write your grocery list. Whatever. Just, every once in a while, pick up a pen and write. I always think it's very satisfying to make a list of things to do and then take my pen and scratch them off as they're done. And, you can do that on your phone too. It has little list-making applications on it that you can use, and then when you've done something, you tap the little box and it disappears. Excuse me. Oh, I apologize for that. I hope I got off screen before I sneezed. That's embarrassing. My allergies have been really giving me grief this week. In fact, this morning I got up and my whole face just hurt. I was congested all through here, and my eyes hurt, and they were watery and painful, and I had trouble, focusing my eyes. And so to start off, I took some Advil to try to get this pain and this inflammation under control. And then I got myself in a hot, steamy bathtub of water and just dumped as much of my head down underneath the water as I could. I had like this much poking out. I needed a snorkel. And, yeah, after 10-15 minutes of that, I felt a whole lot better. I imagine the Advil had more to do with that than anything, but the warm water certainly felt good. So, if you suffer from same, try that sometime. Pardon me again. So, we are still talking about this being February the 3rd. So according to this calendar from Coloring Book of Shadows, today is Imbolc again, but it's called the astronomical date, is what it says. So you see on the 1st it says fixed festival date, and on the 3rd it says astronomical date. So, there you have that. So, where are we? On this calendar, oh, Burrito. Burrito's holding down my big calendar right here. This is the one that was hanging on the wall behind this iPad that we're talking on right now. This is the Witch's Calendar for 2021 by Llewellyn. They publish one every year. I have 4 or 5 or 6 of them that I've bought the last few years. And for each month it has this gorgeous artwork and then a write-up for you, and it gives you your correspondences for the month. Sometimes it has little projects it tells you how to do. See, like in January This was written by my good friend LTZ. I call her my friend. I met her once. I met her once at a book signing in Galveston at the Witchery. And since then, you know, I stalk her Facebook page and her Instagram and her website. And I always comment on her videos. Well, I try to always comment anyway. And I call her LTZ. I guess she doesn't mind. She hasn't told me to stop, so. But, yeah, I thought that was really awesome that she got January. Yep. She wrote a book about making sigils. She describes how to do it, her method for doing it. There's many different methods for making sigils. And she wrote a book about her method. And she also does workshops and so forth. And she does 5 days a week, she does a dance exercise video that she uploads to YouTube. I guess you could say I just have a girl crush on Ms. LTZ because I think she's fabulous. I just love everything she does. I haven't taken any of her workshops yet. They're a little pricey for my wallet right now, but I hope to someday. So anyway, what I was talking about is this calendar is different from that calendar. It just has Imbolc on the 2nd. It doesn't say anything on the 1st or the 3rd. And it has, there's the moon. There's another moon. Where is it? Right there. It has different names for the moons. If you're a reader of the Old Farmer's Almanac, you know they have a name for each moon. You got the snow moon, and you got the wolf moon, and you got the buck moon, and you got this and that and the other moon. Well, for February, this calendar says that the full moon in February is the quickening moon. So, I don't know if each publisher makes up their own moon names, because they're all different. The Farmer's Almanac, this Llewellyn calendar, this Print It Yourself planner coloring book from Amy has different names as well. Not for all of them, but for most of them. So I just don't know. I think the moon for June was called the honeymoon. It's also called the strawberry moon. What does this book call it? I mean, this Llewellyn calendar. May, June. Strong sun moon. Strong sun moon. I don't know. There's a different name everywhere you look, I guess. All right. How about we pull a couple cards? I have rambled and babbled enough. And I know that y'all just want to get your cards, go to bed. Instead of all of this silly. I think it's fun. I hope y'all think it's fun too. I guess if you didn't, you would just, you know, click on something else. No one's twisting your arm. But of course, as well, I'm open to suggestions if you would like to hear me talk about something in particular. I could do stones. I could do more about plants. I could do different cards. I will do a different deck once this one's done. Of course, I could talk about cats. I could talk about rats. I could talk about bats. Card 1. Look, there's a cat. Oh, he's so pretty. There's card 1. There's card 2. Crocodile. Let's see what we have here. Okay, we're looking for tiger and crocodile. There's tiger. Passion and adventure beckon. Secure within her own sensuous control power, Tiger stalks silently, invisibly through the magic of the night, securing what her heart desires. Swimming languidly through ancient lakes, she conjoins with the water's adaptability, mystical energies, and intuitions. As a messenger, Tiger brings you fresh adventures to change your path, new passions to awaken your heart, and endows you with her powers. Take what she offers and you can transform your life. All right, now we want crocodile. Crocodile, crocodile, rock. Crocodile. I must have missed it somewhere. Whale, dolphin, crab, ray, seal, octopus, crocodile. The alchemy of energy teaches that death will always yield new life. Silently slipping through her rivering world, guardian of the margins between land and water, of the mud from which life springs, Crocodile is keeper of all knowledge. Her wisdom speaks both of the enduring nature of life and its utter fragility, of gentleness and ferocity, of how death yields life, and the constant transformation of all energy. If Crocodile has swum to you, the time has come to examine the primordial mysteries of life and prepare yourself for rebirth and the wonders it will bring. There you have it, folks. Our cards for today, Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. Thank you for watching. I hope you will join me again tomorrow night. And until then, have a great evening and a wonderful tomorrow. Good night.